Hey everyone, what is going on? MrWombat live and welcome back to the channel. In today's Payday 2 video, we're talking about the brand new Overkill developer update, number 5, which has just dropped today and reveals more information on tomorrow's upcoming Payday 2 update. They revealed a Heist and a Tailor Pack and a lot of details therein as to what we can actually expect in both of those DLCs when they release tomorrow. So in a welcome change, we can do a deep dive today before the update releases, know exactly what's coming into the game when it does drop, and talk about what we think as we get ready for it to launch. So as always, in this video, I'm going to break down everything that they talk about things in more detail, give my thoughts on things, and then, as always, ask for your thoughts in the comment section below. But just before we roll the intro, there are two things I'd like to mention very, very quickly. First off, thank you all very much for 25,000 subscribers. I haven't said it yet, but I am super duper grateful. And as a result, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I mentioned it for 20k and never did it, so I'm doing it now. If you have any questions you'd like to know about me, about my content, anything in between, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll keep note of them for when I make the Q&A in the coming weeks. And second off, only because I think it might interest a few of you, tonight I'm going to be streaming Raid World War II on my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/FreeRealEstate. I haven't played the game in years, and I kind of thought it might be a bit of a laugh to revisit it. I wasn't the biggest fan of it when it came out, but I'm sure we'll have a good time regardless of whether I enjoy the game or not, so we'll hop in and have some fun. So if you want to hang out, that'll be at 7 PM UK time, that's BST tonight. But there we go, let's get on with the video, and as always, we're going to start this off by rolling the intro. So let's take a little look at this Overkill developer update, and it's featuring Almir and Elizabeth as per usual now, both of them talking to each other and explaining what's going on with Payday 2 updates, content, DLCs, all that stuff. It starts off with a story recap, which usually I don't really bother too much with because it just tells us things we already know if you're following the news at all for Payday 2. But I will give them credit in this one because it actually did make the whole City of Gold campaign sound a bit more cohesive and actually connect things together a bit better, so it's worth giving a listen to if you're interested. So as always, whenever I saw something in one of my videos for Payday 2, I'll leave a link to it in the description. You can go and watch the developer update for yourself without me talking over it if you'd like to see what they have to say themselves. So it is indeed Vlad we're going to be breaking out in this upcoming Ukrainian prisoner heist, but it isn't the police that have locked Vlad up, it's actually the Chinese triads. As triad leader Yufu Wong, I think that's how you say the name, I was trying to pay very close attention to how Liz pronounced it, is the leader of the triad who owns the dragon statue that we stole during the dragon heist. He wants to get revenge on the Payday gang but had no way to hit them directly, so he chose to pick on Vlad, kidnapping him and apparently torturing him. So gonna be interesting seeing how Vlad's looking when we break him out tomorrow. It's worth noting that I still have absolutely no idea where this ties into in the Payday 2 canon. I'm not even sure Overkill are completely sure at this point. There was a calendar in the Dragon Heist, I believe, that was dated 2018, which means it does happen around the same time as the White House, but goodness knows beyond that, I haven't got a clue. But interestingly enough, this developer update also gave us a deep dive into the pre-planning, which was something I didn't see coming, but I actually really enjoyed when I looked at it in more detail. It is kind of ironic that the last time we saw pre-planning before the heist came out was for the previous breakout heist in Breakfast in Tijuana, but this time it's more in depth. It's not just a few pieces of blueprints you can stack on top of each other, it's an actual in-game look at the pre-planning, as well as the things you can place into it before you start the heist. And so Sebastian from the Overkill team takes us through the entrance into the heist, as well as some pre-planning options via the blueprints. Now, I'm not someone who normally likes studying the map before starting, because I'm much more of a learn-on-the-go kind of guy, but I've got to be honest, I really did like the look this time at the backup options in particular, aka the non-dead drop standard things, because it shows you there are 6 different options in the backup section, including the return of Ilya the Sniper, but the majority of the backups are actually stealth-based from the looks of it, as we've got removing some drones, a ladder access, a broken wall, a spotter, and more dumpsters, which to be honest gives me the impression that while this heist is playable both from loud and stealth, which they don't specifically mention this time and they probably should have done, but you can tell from the dead drops, including both doctor bags and body bags, that it is going to be loud and stealth, that this time it might be geared more towards a stealth approach, or at least that might be what Overkill were thinking in building it. You can just play it both ways either way though, but I can't comment on that very easily yet as we still haven't seen the map in play. The last thing he pointed out was that there were 2 locations where paths diverge, and said that the choice you make as to which way you go will greatly vary the challenges that you face, which kind of makes it sound a bit more dramatic than it probably is, you know, kind of like, you know, oh, your choices make a difference kind of thing, when it doesn't really. It's a Payday map, but it does suggest that there are several ways to get to your objective, and if that's the case, that's very welcome. But again, we'll see tomorrow for ourselves, so who knows. That's all we get to see for the Ukrainian prisoner heist, but as I said earlier, there are 2 DLCs releasing, so alongside the Ukrainian prisoner heist, we also have the Guardians Tailor Pack. Sadly, not the Guardians I was hoping for when I read that name. Overkill have basically put all their cards on the table in this one and showed off all outfits, masks, and gloves that are going to be in this pack before the updates even come out, so you can make your own judgments and purchase them immediately if you want to. And as you'll see through these images, which I'll scroll through several times so you can see them, there are 2 outfits, each with 4 variants. There are 5 pictures, but 1 variant for each outfit gets used twice for some reason. For the gloves, I can see 4 pairs, so I'm not really sure how the 2 pairs of gloves things works. Maybe there's going to be some variants this time around, which is interesting. Dragon and Rust's gloves both look very similar with different colours, as do Joy's and Bonnie's, so maybe it is just 2 pairs with colour variants. And if that is the case, maybe there's more variations than this. I mean, usually they go for 4 variations of colours or more for each item they add to the game of clothing. Maybe we'll get different colour variations of gloves, or maybe we just get 2 options for each of the 2 pairs. I don't know, we'll just find out tomorrow. Finally, as for the masks, they've gone for a full face mask vibe this time, with just masks that cover your mouth and nose and not the eyes or forehead. All 4 of which you can see in the pictures in the developer update, but 2 of which they actually zoom up in on to show you in closer detail. Kinda wish they'd done that for all 4 masks, since they did show off all 4 of them in the video, but that's by the by. But the masks do look quite cool in all seriousness. I do like these masks that don't cover all your face. I like the shades and masks like that are quite cool. So adding a few more of these into the mask pool does look quite cool, and the 2 they've zoomed in on are very, very nice. I really like the designs on them. I just wish I could see the other 2 a bit better. But those masks will join the gloves and outfits in the Guardians Tailor Pack releasing tomorrow. One thing I will say about what we can see here is I'm a huge fan of the colour variants in the outfits, the masks, and the gloves. As a lot of you might remember, I have had my issues with Overkill in the past in the way they've handled these Tailor Packs, because sometimes the outfits just don't have very much colour in them. They're just not very well done in that regard. But there's some good colour variants here, as they've been getting used to now, so it's good to see it continuing. They also mentioned that a free variant of the Dragon Bomber suit will also be available in this update. An outfit that, as a lot of you will no doubt remember, was added for free during the Dragon Heist update with only 1 variant, so we're getting a new option this time for free yet again, which is cool. It's good to see some more variants for that outfit because it is a very good one, but we don't get to see what the variant actually looks like, so I guess we'll have to log in tomorrow and see what we've got for free. They then touch on general changes too a little bit and stress that the beta and subsequent update from March that changed some of the weapon stats wasn't the only change they'll be making, as more changes will be coming soon, which feedback will be required for. They briefly mentioned the normal difficulty changes last month, which I covered in a previous video, a link on screen now if you haven't checked it out. But they also say that the update tomorrow will include some changes to the menus, which seems interesting. You're not really sure what they're planning to do there, so I'm not really going to speculate until we see it tomorrow. But they finally wrap it up by confirming that this whole update will indeed be launching tomorrow. So get ready, because in 24 hours time, we're going to be seeing a new update adding a heist, a Tailor Pack, and a few bits of free content and apparently menu overhauls too. But there you have it. That covers everything that's mentioned in Overkill Developer Update number 5. We've got details on the context behind the Ukrainian prisoner heist. We've got a look into the pre-planning and some of the dead drops and backup you can place within the heist. We've got a look at all of the pieces, or most of the pieces, in the Guardians Tailor Pack, as well as a few more general bits of news about what's coming soon for Payday 2 in general game changes for quality of life, and also a confirmation that the next update will be arriving tomorrow. A lot to talk about. This is definitely the most in detail Payday 2 developer update I've seen yet, and I really am starting to like these. They're a good way of keeping in touch with the community and giving people a heads up on what's coming, rather than dropping things out of nowhere. And it also gives me more content, which means that after this video, I have now done 6 videos in a daily streak, and tomorrow will be 7. I'll have done a video every day for a whole week. I don't think I've ever done that. This is weird. So with that in mind, if you haven't seen any of my videos, both for Payday 3 or other E3 things, some have done better than others. If you haven't checked them out, I would appreciate you giving them a watch. I looked at the new Guardians of the Galaxy game, talked a bit more in detail about Rainbow Six Extraction. I've also got some videos coming up very soon, well, after the Payday 2 update now, talking about Life is Strange True Colors, and also my general thoughts on E3 2021, because there's a few games I actually am quite impressed by and want to talk about. But either way, I will see you all tomorrow for the Payday 2 update, with a What's New in Update 208 video for Payday 2 when it drops, as always, as you can expect from me these days. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this Overkill developer update. Do you like these updates? Are you excited, not excited for the heist or the Tailor Pack? What do you think of the outfits, the masks, the gloves? Either way, if you have enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Make sure you give it a thumbs up to let me know you've enjoyed, and it helps get the video on the algorithm, so I really do appreciate that. And if you're new around here and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please feel free to do so for all content for Payday 2 and Payday 3 on all platforms, as well as a few other bits of gaming here and there. I will see you all tomorrow for update 208, but until then, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all very soon with that video, or tonight on Twitch. Thank you all for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon.